Let's look at the Vegeks for today. Oh, here it is. Cool. I have this version. I don't like the other version. You guys know we don't like winners. We like the cheapest versions possible. But yeah, let's take a look at the Vegeks, man. Set 13. The two possible routes. Well, technically three, I guess. Two really viable routes, and the third one, I guess it's a budget alternative. It's not as good, but it's still powerful. So let's take a look at it. Let me just get the scale going on real quick. And while I do that, you guys can just go ahead and leave any comments, questions, and concerns you guys have in the comment section below. Let's see. Where are my guys? Where are my big poppies? That's it, Apex? Alright, it's not efficient. Let's do this way. Extra cards. So I don't think I've seen any extra cards here. Alright, yeah, there's no extra cards there. Alright, cool. Extra cards. Bam. Bam. Let's start doing it this way too. 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, there's no unisons here. I'm also missing my unisons. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You'll take out this version. And we'll use the budget alternative. I'm not saying it'll be budget. Probably be far from budget. But it is what it is. We come to expect this now from TPs. Oh yeah, my double strikes. Have to put double strikes in Vegeks. Well, miss bowling strike. Oh yeah, I gotta go to red, not black. There we go. Where am I missing? Where before? I have to look at the list and see what I'm missing. Where's that broadsheet? Look. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? How do we do this? Oops, I hope I saved it. Please, 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 please save Vegeks. So we're not doing this over again. Vegeks. Alright, cool. So I did not get my human extension attacks. The trick on it. Yeah. Alright, cool. So my human extension attacks have to go in. Gotcha. I'm back, guys. I was sleeping. I was putting my son to sleep, and then I ended up falling asleep. The life of a dad. We have 48. Alright, cool. 48. We have 2 extra slots. Honestly, those 2 extra slots could go to our good old pal. You could really split it, honestly. You could split it between this pie or Kochikai. I honestly would have to say probably Kochikai, honestly, because you're not gonna have time to overwhelm anymore in this build specifically. Now, let's open up another tab. This is Vegeks, right? Let's put Vegeks A. Vegeks A. Alright, up on the good old 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13. Yep, solid 50. And then we have Vegeks B. I guess I could put a double strike real quick. Damn, why is this more popular than Kai? That's insane to me. That's more popular than Kai. It's like crazy. Okay, so delete Kai. Yeah, so these are here. It's our basic staples. There's no real question on why I'm putting those in. Come on. Why is it still on this Kai set search? Alright, and then this is where it kind of changes. The overall change for this one. But yeah, these video guys, they are going to stay the same. I wish you could put this in same black same cards. That'd be pretty good, pretty good. This one too, honestly. They did a good job by leader locking that because it would have been pretty insane if it wasn't. I got my dark power, black my sand. Alright, this one's different. This is a build I'd use if I didn't have the Gogeta promos. This is just battle cards. That'd be it for that. Because here would be, you need this with board removal, and then you would need, where is he at? I see the winter promo, but I don't like the winter promos. There we go. Extra cards. Let's see. Sheets are free. As you guys can see, it's pretty much, it's going to be the same deck build minus your overall package. I'll explain it to you in a second. Yeah, that's it pretty much. It's just these two. Alright, I'll have to look at it again. Because I have to see what I have. No, I don't. So this will be Vegeks B. I have boom. Where's my, okay, that's the guys. Side by side, they should be damn near identical. Mine is, oh, I forgot my unison, that's what it is. Alright, so go back in, gotta put them unisons in. You already know those unisons gotta come in, man. That's straight facts, big facts. Unisons. 100% free, and then your last two going into the meta, I could probably say Quetzalcoatl, honestly, because that robot is freaking good. He's freaking good. Let's say Vegeks B. Vegeks B. Still kind of expensive, but I don't think it'll be nearly as expensive as getting these two. There's also a C version that you can play, but I wouldn't really put that on the same level as these versions. But real quick, let's go over it, right? Vegeks, we all know what the leader does. The ability to go ahead on the front side, burst 5 and draw 1, which is pretty insane. Hopefully you hit these targets. These targets are your holy grail of the actual deck itself. So if you guys haven't seen the past Vegeks profiles, I'm just going to make it sweet and simple. Go watch those. But I'll also be able to recap here for you. The biggest difference between the past ones and this current one is going to be I swapped out for the super combos. The reason I want to talk about the super combos is because you need targets for your, it's a straight Gogeta essentially. So now your union targets for Gogeta is going to be your super combo paired along with your Son Goku True Fighting Spirits. So this entire deck revolves around opening up this and one of your floodgates, obviously, because you guys know how I love to do that. Open up one of your floodgates, you're in there. But it's not only one of your floodgates, it also says, okay, cool, if somehow, some way, which is not possible because this one's always going to be live, these just not what you need right now, it also grabs a super combo. It doesn't draw you a card. Or worst case scenario, if once again, you don't need a super combo and these two aren't live, when you warp using your overwhelm, you can grab your Quetzalcoatl and start playing them by pitching in with your unison. So, pretty much premise of that, putting early pressure on your opponent before they're able to establish anything which then results in them comboing up pieces that they need for later game. And them having to, you forcing them to do that, it's not going to bode well for them because they have to give you those pieces that they need. But if they don't, you're just going to win the game. So really, really, really important. One thing I want to mention about my build, and I don't see this card running around other projects builds anymore, and it's not maxed out, is going to be this. This is one of the definitions of free, guys. Like, I really can't explain that. Not only is it like 100%, it's like, yeah, it costs an energy, but when I say free, like you're able to control your opponent's drop as well as able to hit another realm of targets for these guys, right? Really, really good. This instantly brings up this to 40k, this to 45k. So these with one of this, also one of this is insane. That's a 25k boost for double strike, which is super, super, super good. Now, the whole premise of it, right? Not also in your opening hand, you want to have your SS4 Son Goku beyond all limits. The reason you're gonna have your Son Goku beyond all limits because this will grab this, and it's just a never-ending loop. Where okay, cool. It's hard for your opponent to really do anything because now that we do have this available, because it is May and TPs are illegal, you have big guys now. It's not just okay, cool. We're playing guys for free. We're swinging for 15. We're swinging for 19 on their unawakened side. You're just taking damage because hey, you're not going to go to 20 in order to stop your opponent unless you're playing like I guess a monster super combo and you play to rest something else and you really want to save your life, you're not gonna do that, right? You're on your unawakened time, you're usually taking a damage, so it's usually 1, 2, no leader swing, you're taking it. So it's like, well, instantly blink of an eye, just like that, boom, you lost your life. And if you have one of these one drops and you could protect it with either power burst or something to the swords, you attack with that. So you had access to put 4 damage on your first turn, on turn 1 or turn 2, depending on who on the die roll. Now, the biggest difference is we have guaranteed access to this through this because the way this is worded, you can either overwhelm it or you can union fusion it. Okay, this is the tricky part of it, right, guys? If you don't have this and you have this and you have multiples in your hands, and you know, for instance, you're playing against green, they have a Demigra that has 2 or more markers. Realistically speaking, charismatic villain is a threat. God sealing can be a threat. So what you want to do to bait those cards out is what I was mentioning beforehand on the other videos. Let's go ahead and overwhelm this guy. You tap your one, you overwhelm him, and you're good. Not only when you overwhelm, you do not need to grab pieces from your warp, but you'll put the pieces you need from your drop into your warp. So now when this guy gets answered, i.e., they use Feature's Charismatic and then pop this guy, it's or they use God's thing, put it back in your hand. Those pieces will stay at warp, but now you can tap another energy and grab the pieces you just warped, which would be one of this and one of this guy, and put it in your drop to play him. Now, the benefits of you doing that is this guy is not going to get warped at the end of the turn because you played him through Union Fusion. So really, 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 really good because now when he swings, we finally have the board removal aspect that we're missing of Vegeks, right? That was the biggest key component with this deck. It needed some type of consistent board removal. When I say consistent, it had to be consistent. Realistically speaking, you're playing 8 copies of this bad boy, which is completely insane because these two compared, it's wild. Because if you really look at it, right, going on past your turn 1, going on your turn 2, you can have 1, 2, your leader attack 3. You can have any of these 1 drops 4 because it's the only thing that really costs energy. Along with you using your overarm. Let's say you're not having a real unison threat because not a real free counterplay threat because I don't have unison on board. Now what you can do is just overwhelm for 6 minimum in your drop. Put any pieces that you need in your drop before, obviously, to grab this guy from your ward. And now what you're gonna do is instead of overwhelming, you're just gonna union fusion. So now you'll have, realistically speaking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks that cost you 1 energy because it's the only guy you're really paying for. And it's really, really, really good, really solid. And this is before you even incorporate having floodgates, such as you can have a Quetzal card if you know it's extra. Like I said, if it's a counter, you can start stacking these up starting from turn 0. If you know, hey, they like to play free guys, you can start controlling their hand in a bit of way. While also having the new SS3 Gogeta to control their board. You can take her. I'm not on video. You can come take her. Make sure she fell back asleep. She might be hungry. All right, sorry about that. They were picking up my daughter. I think she grabbed one of my earbuds. This is interesting. Okay. Yeah, so we'll continue on. Moving on to the next version, right? It's pretty much the same thing minus the overalls. The overalls is the biggest change. So I'm not gonna lie, you know, I have a love-hate relationship with this card because it does cost you 2 energy. You need some type of board movement, guys, and it's just an instant access to removal if you really do love this card. So what happens is the two places they get swapped is your border aspects, which is the Demigra. I still feel 50 like mixed feelings on this. I'm not lying, a lot of mixed feelings on this, but you also have access to just an all-out assault within your SS4 Bardock fighting against phase, which is really good because you guys know how much I love this card. How you can turn this card with this card into a pretty much quad striker for a game. So in this version, you don't really need to be at 6 life. I mean, at 4 life in order to go in for the game. Reason being is you play so aggro. Realistically speaking, on your turn one, if you hit nothing, you don't need floodgates that turn. You can attack for the guaranteed damage is 15. Attack. That's not the correct order, by the way. You would attack with this first. The reason why you attack with this first is because if they have this monster super combo, they can't really interact with this. And if they rush your leader, it's like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, it was 10 anyway. But you would attack with your Vegeta. You would attack with your units at 15. Now, with your leader, if you know you have, like, hey, maybe 2 or 3 cards that are dead in your drop, you would attack. Then you would display your module human distinction attack. Hopefully, you'll hit either 1 or 2 to get more fodder out on your board. And then from that, they're going to guarantee take that one because it's 25. And then from there, you should have 6. And then after you have 6, you overwhelm 6 and you start putting pressure on. So this is, I guess, a more sped up version to play Vegeks on how to put consistent damage on with your opponent not interacting. Because do not forget, guys, when you attack with something that has dual attack, they do not restand until the end of battle. So you cannot suit. I mean, yes, you can choose a monster, I guess, to still as a target to use his ability, but it's not going to work the way you think it's going to work. You have to choose something that's already in active mode in order to fully gain its ability, right? Now, with that being said, this guy will stay in rest. This guy will stay rested until it's the end of battle, then it'll restand again. So this is more of a, I guess, aggroed out version of the deck itself. And now with that being said, obviously you guys saw how you just use this as a way to fill your drop. So not all of the times you will be at your 4 life minimum in order to have the Vegeta Super Combo live, which is why we also use the Temple Rescue Trunks versus the Vegeta Super Combo. Because not only is this, in my opinion, the better Super Combo, it's in my opinion, you guys seen it from the beginning. I started playing this deck after the baby nerf. This is always a super combo for the deck. It's just more active. Like you can use this on your turns. If you really need to put damage on, you could manually put 5 in your drop just with this card alone on any given time and point in order to turn your super combos off. Now with the Vegeta super combo, players can sit there and try to clear your board, attack this, attack your units, and all that. So they can try to clear your board, attack your 1 drops while your super combos are dead in your hand. And it's not really the way to go. Because a lot of times too, when I attack with my silver bullets, my floodgate cards, aka I love saying floodgates, I know they're gonna attack with their leader into this. It's like, okay, cool. If you're playing Mecha and I have 1 energy open, you're gonna have 1 attack because the only thing you're gonna be able to do is just attack with Mecha because your United Symbol is not gonna be live yet. And if I have this on board, you're not gonna try to United Symbol. What you're gonna do is try to attack this 10k and say, okay, cool, no combos. Reason being is you think I'm playing Vegeta Super Combo. Now with this build itself, if I have 5 or more in drop, I can either A, negate it and pick up another silver bullet for my drop, or B, okay, just hit one of these and I'm good for the first attack. If they have a second attack, my super combos will be live. Or if I don't want to do this because I already have 5 or more in my drop, I can just use this off rip. And worst possible case scenario, it is default of 0-10k. The Vegeta Super Combo, you have to be at 4 less life. This is default of 0-10k. The Sparking 5 only activates when you need to draw a card. So there's a lot of times as well when I'm going for a game and I know I'm low on cards because I only play 50 card deck. I know I'm low on cards. So what I do is literally overwhelm and start using this bad boy when I have 1 in deck because if I don't have Sparking 5, I do not have to draw. So really, really, really good really solid in my opinion. Either build, you should have good success with it. It's just this card, and like I said, this package is just dumb good only because of how consistent it is. Because if you really look at it on the surface, you have two. This doesn't have deflect, but imagine it says deflect that just costs an energy. Like instead of having deflect, it just costs an extra energy to play if something, I guess, gets in the way of it. You see what I'm saying? Like you're summoning a guy that's base double strike, right? You swing, you remove a guy from board. Super, super good. 0-5k. Super plus. If somehow your opponent takes it out before it attacks, like via counterplay, just play one energy and you play it again. So really, really good. Besides that, you also have my other version that I showed you guys. So the other version, I'm not gonna go ahead and put another shell together because you guys have the gist of it. It would be, this is a more balanced version that doesn't include Koetsukai. You would have 4 Secret Identity Mass Saint. Reason being, I'll plot the Secret Identity Mass Saint for you guys. Honestly, I could just edit this one for you guys. Now, this one is more budget friendly because, like I said, Koetsukai are expensive. Unfortunately, this guy is going to be also in the deck profile because you really need it, because you really need to put pressure on. The reason why you don't need SS4 in this one itself is because you have a free overrun, which is a 30k, it costs 0 energy, and you also have a card that says, when I swing, not only am I providing you board removal, but it's also a base double strike. So that mitigates the fact that you no longer play the Bardock SS4 fighting against face. Now with this, all I would do is simply drop to the Migra. You would simply erase your Koetsukai. Koetsukai are going to go out. This is best 3 decks, by the way. I'm not doing the sideboard because the sideboard is something I want you guys not to just copy and paste. I want you guys to sit there and think about it. But if you guys think about it, you guys should know the basis of your sideboard. The 4 Vegeta, 1 drop silver bullets, opposite of Goku. Because you know how it works. The Koetsukai, you guys should have the hang of it by now. I 100% believe in you guys. You would have your secret identities, and you would have your, where is the lucky winner? Opposite of secret identity, your Bardock, fully unleashed. So, guys, this would be, where is it? There it is. Boom, boom, and boom, boom. It should be 50. If I'm not mistaken. It'll pop up. All right, perfect. Yeah, it should be 50. So, biggest difference in this one is you're playing 3 overrounds. Once again, you still need this guy because if you on the die roll, you have 2 opportune times to mill. Your turn 0, which you really can't do anything except hit the nuts. Even if you break it, doesn't matter. Your turn 2, because it's turn 0, your opponent will have turn 1. So turn 2, you're able to hit again. Your chances of whiffing on 2 wheels is slim to none. But not only that, even if you didn't, like you only hit 1 at 1, maybe hit whatever cards you need, this will instantly be live. So now, on your turn 2 play, because you won the die roll, you have access to our infamous quad strike play with your SS4 Bardock fighting against Faith, along with your Hidden Party Supreme Kai. Now, the 2 guys you want to hold on to in your opening hand, depending on what decks you're going to go against, if you're going against Dark Broly, 6 on all that good stuff, you're going to hold on to this. Because this is why we play 3-3 split. The other one is literally straight for drop fighters to get over on those energy or it's a 0-5k combo. If you're going against King Piccolo, if you're going against Vegeks, if you're going against any of the guys just spits out weenies, you're just gonna play this. You're gonna hold on to the secret identity. You don't care about this guy. But once again, Dark Broly, anything higher, like Android 16, all that good stuff, you're gonna hold on to this because this is gonna get rid of in mass what the opposite end of this. It's just 2 opposite ends, guys. If you guys catch my drift. Same concept. You mill, you get infinite free advantage, infinite free plays. Now, this is what's going to essentially keep you borderline of just being broken every single time. Because, once again, you're just getting free attacks for no reason at all. And that being said, you still have access to the Temporal Rescue Trunks. Because, once again, I had to preach how important this is. I see a lot of people not maxing these out anymore. This is really, really good in a deck where you do not pay energy for battle cards. Because really speaking, this one card makes your weakest attacker, well, your weakest threat that you want to attack with, because I have won games with her before, 30k base, because when you swing with this, it gains 15 off auto. Now it's 30 base off rip. Now with your big guy, 40, like I said, a 2-card combo. This goes to 40, and this goes to 50 base off 2 cards. Not even including this or this. It's really, really lit. This instantly, why 1 card, if you whiff, this will instantly turn on Temporary Trunks. And don't forget, if you're going for game and you don't need, obviously you need this, but you don't need any of these pieces because you just don't need it. You're going for game on that attack, but you do not have anything in your drop because maybe, hey, you use this, you're going for game, you use this, you have you have like 1 or 2 of these in hand with this in hand. You don't need any of these pieces, or even if you have a Kai and it's like, oh, I just need 5 in drop. You do not have to play these guys. That's the biggest thing, guys. You do not have to play these guys. I will tell you right now, the biggest difference when I was playing this deck in a mirror match was players who understood when to not play this unison when you hit it off the mill. Because a lot of players by default would hit the unison and just play the unison. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to drain each and every single one of my attacks into this unison because realistically speaking, in the mirror match, you would just snag. You play this and you lost the card, right? So now I'm just going to clear it. So the card you lost was for nothing because it's gone. And now not only that, next time you played another one, you're going to have to pitch another card. I'm going to keep doing the same exact thing. That was one of the biggest key factors in the mirror match. People just didn't understand not how, but like when to play your unison. If you have a blocker, you have protection from it, yeah, go ahead and beef it up. But otherwise, you were just it was free. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the match was gonna go long because you're thinking, okay, call this will board because you're focusing on unison. No, that's not the case. I'm still gonna board wipe you with this. My biggest focus was to make sure you never got your neck 4 off with your unison. So let's check the thing. You see if you have any questions for our Vegeks. Let me see real quick on my phone. So I know I said I was gonna put this out tonight. Not tonight, like a while ago, but tonight I want it to be a short video because I just woke up from putting the kids to sleep and I have stuff to do. But I didn't want to put this out there because I've seen a lot of lists like going back and forth, and I'm like, man, you guys are really missing out on the key aspects of what makes Vegeks. Once again, if you ask me, the only super combo better than this in this deck would probably be for this version, and the other version with the Migra and this would probably be, not probably, it's only the Bibbidi Unerrata. Post that, if you're not playing this, it's going to be your Trunks. Now, if you have access to your SS3 Gojitas, go ahead, you have to switch out your targets because, shout out to my boy Frank Castle, you have to have the same power. You can't use this guy. You have to have 5k and 5k in order to get this guy because it's not Union Fusion, it's Union Protara. So make sure it's one of the, it's Union Fusion, not Union Protara. Union Fusion, you have to have it at the same power. Union Protara is just names. Like the other Champ Pack project, it's Union Protara, that's why I could just use this and this. Union Fusion, you have to have both of the attacks be the same. Without further ado, if you guys have no questions, comments, or concerns, because I don't see any, I apologize that it's a short night. It's been a long day. Tomorrow is the gamers event, so hopefully we'll get a stream for gamers, be able to enjoy some high level players playing the game. I know Legends and his crew. We bought an Airbnb. I think he said he bought like 18 players down or something from his region. So it'll be a decent sized event, along with I guess a farewell of his current meta. Yeah, I really expect him to do good because he always does well. Vegeks is gonna pick up a lot of steam, guys. Like I said, these promos are illegal. Technically, these promos can be used for gamers because it is May. It's just the set is not legal yet. So if they have access to this, it'd be really, really cool to actually see one of these Vegeks players play with this and just show you how extremely broken it is, because this concept of this deck now is becoming way more consistent than it needed to be. So without further ado, I'll give you guys one last look at the list that I've been working on for Vegeks with the SS3 Gogeta. And you have your alternate version, which is this. And this is the most budget-friendly version I can come up with. That's competitive. There is a more budget-friendly version. You can take it to locals. I would not advise you take it to a larger tournament. It would be with the champ packs because it's the same concept of this. The only difference is you're paying energy. It's not free. The only one that's free is when you hit your turn 2, because you're completing your champ pack with Vegeks, right? In place of this, to Union Potara. So you have these two and you Union Potara them. And then you go into your other Vegeks, the 7 drop, which is also a double strike. And when it attacks, it's the same thing. It removes something from your opponent's board. Which you can do that. Like I said, this is just really, really, it's a lot more energy efficient than using the champ pack Vegeks into the 7 drop Vegeks, because you using that, it's just, you have to have cards. When I say you have to have cards, you're still gonna end up playing this because you want to grab whatever piece you're missing. But now you're gonna be pretty much, if I'm gonna do that, probably 3-3 split between 3 of the champ packs and then 3 of the 7 drop that evolves for free over it, because this right here will see, right, so it's 100% still be your unison of choice in order to get your pieces. This guy is the price tag it needs to be. If not, it's just gonna go up. Like this is really, 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 really good. If you guys haven't got him, I highly suggest you get him, because I can only see this card going up, especially when this guy's out and people see how good it is. I can, I'm not gonna hype up cards, but these two are really important to go together. All right, guys, that's it. It's 11 o'clock. I promise Monday's episode we'll go over. I'll get all the stats from gamers. We'll take a deep dive into that event, and I'll get more numbers for you. And it'll be a longer discussion, and it'll be more interactive. Today, I just want to put a deck profile out for you guys. And with that being said, love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys on Monday.